What's the best system for taking notes in class? Good news. I did the digging, and it turns out there are 5 note-taking systems that are widely agreed to be genuinely excellent. The catch is that the best one depends entirely on you, your subject, your professor, the way your brain likes to work. So I'm going to walk you through all 5, give each one a personality so they're easy to remember, and by the end, you'll know which fits you. Let's go. Method 1, the outline method, the disciplined one. If this method were a person, it'd be the by-the-book minimalist. Straightforward, structured, no wasted motion. It's the simplest system on the list. You literally cannot get simpler without just writing notes in plain paragraphs. And if you're tempted to do that, I promise things will not go well for you on exam night. The outline method is built on bullet points and hierarchy. You create top-level bullets for the main points of the lecture, then nest lower-level bullets underneath to fill in the details. If you're doing this on paper, leave generous space under each main point so you can add detail as the professor elaborates. But honestly, this method shines on a computer. In any note app or word processor, you can drop in new bullet points, re-nest them, and reformat on the fly without blowing up your structure. For the outline method specifically, I think a laptop is close to the perfect tool. It's ideal for lectures that are already logically organized. Clear main topics, clear subpoints. Method 2, the Cornell method, the one that does your reviewing for you. This one's the planner. It does extra setup up front so future you has less work later. The Cornell method was developed by Walter Pauk back in the 1950s. Yes, the Cornell note-taking system actually comes from Cornell, and it is held up remarkably well. Here's the layout. You divide your page into 3 sections. Across the top, you draw 2 columns, a narrow one on the left called the Q column, and a wider one on the right, the note-taking column. Then you add a box across the bottom for a summary. During class, you take normal notes in that right-hand column and ignore the rest. Here's where Cornell gets clever, though. As soon as you can after class, you fill in the Q column with questions and keywords that'll help you quiz yourself later, and you write a few-sentence summary in the bottom box. Those 2 extra sections mean your notes are review-ready the first time you write them. You've basically built a study guide into your notes, so you're not reworking everything from scratch the night before a test. It's a fantastic fit if you're someone who tends to procrastinate on reviewing, because the structure forces a little of it right away. Method 3, the mind map method, the visual one. This is the creative, free associating one, less linear, more web-like. It's built around the fact that a lot of people understand ideas better when they can see how they connect spatially. To build a mind map, you start with a blank page, draw a circle in the center, and write the lecture's main topic inside it. Then you branch outward, subtopics radiating off the center, with smaller details branching off those, until you've got this sprawling tree of connected ideas. I'll be honest, I never actually used mind maps for class notes, but I've used them constantly for planning. When I wanted to write a piece on every way to save money in college, I put "saving money in college" in the middle and branched out to every area of student life where money gets spent. And that visual map helped me cover bases I'd have completely missed with a plain list. So mind maps are strongest for subjects where the relationships between ideas matter more than the linear sequence. Think history connecting causes and effects, or biology linking systems together. Method 4, the flow method, the wild one. If the outline method is the disciplined soldier, the flow method is the complete opposite. Untamed, improvisational, all instinct. It was developed by the writer Scott Young, who's probably best known for teaching himself the entire MIT computer science curriculum in a single year. His whole philosophy is something he calls holistic learning, and it's deliberately the anti-outline. The radical idea here? You are not trying to transcribe the lecture at all. The point isn't to record what the professor said, it's to learn the material while you're sitting there. As you take notes, your goal is to create an original document that captures your own mental model of the subject. You jump back to earlier points, add connections, draw arrows linking ideas, sketch little offshoots. You build something that's genuinely yours. The entire aim of the flow method is to learn it once, in the room, so you don't have to relearn it later. That's its real superpower. It can dramatically accelerate your learning. The trade-off is that it's demanding and works best for conceptual subjects you want to deeply understand rather than fact-heavy ones you need to memorize verbatim. And it's tough if your professor moves at a blistering pace. Method 5, the write on the slides method, the lazy genius. I'll just be honest, this is the low-effort one, but low effort doesn't mean bad because it has two real strengths. If your professor posts the lecture slides before class, you can print them out or open them on a tablet, and write your notes directly on them. Here's why that's secretly smart. The slides already mirror the flow of the lecture, so you get something like a timeline view of the whole class. Kind of like how SoundCloud lets people comment at specific timestamps in a track. It's not perfectly precise, but it's close. You can look back later and go, okay, here's the slide where she was explaining this concept, and these are my notes on it. So you get two wins. You write a lot less because the slides carry the baseline information for you, and you get that built-in timeline structure. It's a great fit for slide-heavy, information-dense lecture courses. So there they are, the 5 best note-taking systems: the disciplined outline, the review-ready Cornell, the visual mind map, the wild flow, and the efficient write on the slides. There's no single winner. The right one depends on your subject and how your brain works. And honestly, the best move is to try a couple and see which one actually makes the material stick. You might even find you mix them. Cornell for your history lecture, flow for your philosophy seminar, slides for the class that's nothing but PowerPoints. If this was helpful, I'd really appreciate a like, and maybe share it with a friend whose notes could use some work. If you want a new video every week on studying smarter, including more note-taking deep dives coming soon, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.